Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm back with a part 4 video for building a pt. This is a predictor project, machine learning project, and in the last time I was trying to show you how you can plot the data to visualize, to see how the features are related with the target. And we are not able to see you how it work, but I show you the plot. And in today's video I'm going to explain how that plot is work, and then also I'm going to show you some other stuff if I got time. And without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty guys, I'm back, and as you can see here, I show you the plot, but I was not explaining you how that work. Okay, what I did here is I just looped through the data from pregnancies up to the age, and then also I inside of that loop I again loop through the data pregnancy up to their age. And while I'm looping the loop, I'm just giving some boolean expression here. If j is greater than I, we want to plot this, and I was going to tell you why we did that. Okay, in the first line we want to use scatter plotting, and this is the scatter plotting. And through that for x we just putting the x value, and enumerate we're going to allow us to index the value, and then index the value, and then index the number of the index placed. The first index will be some value here, but the first one will be 0 index, so this will be 0 for the first loop, and that's why we here just telling the code to loop through. And let me show you what I mean by that. If I copy this one and let's say, let me explain if you are not understand. Okay. If I is less than 10, we want to print it out. Okay, as you can see here, I'm sorry. Okay, we don't want to do that. We just only have 7 value inside of the column, so we can just delete that line, and I'll do this one. Okay, if I run this one, as you can see here, it just numbers. When we are using enumerator, we're going to pass for the first one the index value, not the index value, but the index placed number. For the first index this will be 0, and the second 1, and so on. And thus it helps us to another for this one. Okay, so that's why we use enumerate. And then also, while we looping through, we want to take the first index and the second one index here, and then also we plot them. So for example here, if the first index will going to be here, pregnancy, right? So we're going to come here, but as you can see, if j is have to be greater than I, so if j is 1, I mean if I is 0 and if j is 1, I mean if j is 0 and I is 0, it will going to leave this one and it will come back again to this one, because it is j is less equal to I. That doesn't work for this one case, so they have to be the j must be greater than the I. So if the I is 0, the j have to be maybe 1. Yeah, if j is 0, I mean if the I is 0, the j have to be 1 or 2, and the other end if I is 1, the j have to be in this case. So we are just looping through. If while I is 0, we want to plot with 1 up to 7 with j, and while I is 1, we want to plot with 2, 3 and up to 7, and for so on for other two. And by doing that, we are not going to get any duplication of plotting. Thus this code is working here. And so we're plotting those together, and here the color have to be as you can see here, the color have to be the first one, and the lighter the blues, they become the 0. If it is blue, which means it is 0, and if it is more red, it is 1, and this going to help us. And that's its work here. And the label have to be the same for the name of the column for x and y, and the color bar means this one here, that's we just putting here. And for title, we just say future x, this one, verse future y for this one, verse this one, and we just say color by target, and we say grid is true, which means this square thing to help us to see true, and then plt.show to show while we plotting everything, we want to show every single plot. That's why we do this. And the big thing here is if you don't use this one, you see my last video, we just got so much error, but I finally spent time and figure out. But now let's see how our data is related to the target. Okay, as you can see here, the less glucose they are, the more, the more glucose they have, the more one or the output have to be become 1, and you can visualize like that. And as you can see, this is the data it looks like. We can just put some straight line here and plot them, but as you can see just very complex data we are just using right now just to start with, but we just plot as much as we can to see the relationship, and this is what we get. And in this case we just I know we are just going to get less accuracy, and we are going to get more loss, but we have to just use to start with. We are just going to start use a simple algorithm to fit our data into it. So for that reason, I think we are going to use super vector. We want to put some linear line into separator with, if the, let's say the line is, let's say it doesn't, but let's say the line is this one, and we want to predict if the line is above this thing, this have to be some value, and if the line is under this one, we want to predict some other thing, or maybe 0 or 1, or we can just also create line something like that. And I will show you before we do that. For this reason, we are going to use every single feature, because I don't think we can say it deeply if okay. I think this data might be a good feature, or this one, maybe this one to use, but we can just use every data, and we can just predict based on that. And I hope you understand it well, how this plotting meter is work, and I'll see you guys in the next part video. I'm running off time, and I hope see you in the next part video. See you there. Goodbye.